People in the know claim the opening scene of Avengers Doomsday is so epic that it outshines anything we've seen in the past 37 MCU movies. Let's take a look at what those insiders have been saying. Before we get into the alleged details of the opening, let's consider what the inside source, who we only know as My Time to Shine Hello on X, said about the opening in general. They wrote, Avengers Doomsday is not only the most epic Avengers movie, but it might be the most epic movie of all time. The opening scene alone tops any previous Avengers movie, and the final battle is just insane. Yeah, those are some pretty strong words, and they echo what YouTuber John Campea recently hypothesized when he was delving into the Doomsday hype. If you know John Campea's track record, he's not too bad at providing accurate information. In the grand scheme of things, he's known as somewhat reliable. After saying that the two greatest comic book movie openings ever are the Nightcrawler attacking the White House in X2 and the battle between Superman and Zod in Batman vs. Superman, he said,
I think the opening sequence of Doomsday is going to eclipse those.
These are some especially strong words, since Campea is obviously only speculating. We'll just have to wait and see if his prediction comes true. Okay, now for the actual deets. According to the insider, the first thing we're going to see is a face-off between Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and the X-Men, specifically Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. This would seem to confirm the rumor we've been hearing for a while now about some sort of incursion laying waste to Sam Raimi's Spider-Man universe. It's a crazy thing to think about considering how much Maguire's Peter has lost up to this point. He's got a lot of people to bring back, and that would be hard enough to accomplish without the possibility of his entire universe being destroyed. Whatever the case, it's obviously pretty fun imagining this opening scene. Seeing Maguire's Spider-Man swing back into action in No Way Home was wonderful, and seeing Jackman reprise his role in Deadpool and Wolverine was even better. So the thought of these two appearing in the same film would very much be the boost that the MCU needs at this point. If a clash between the Raimiverse and the Fox X-Men universe sounds like a wild idea, well, get ready for more of that as Doomsday leads into Secret Wars. Incursions, which are universes colliding with each other, leading to the destruction of one or more, are the driving force behind the comics leading up to the 2015 Secret Wars event. At least a couple have already happened in the MCU, thanks to variants of Doctor Strange.
You had inadvertently triggered an incursion. You, our friend, had caused the annihilation of another universe.
In the comics, the incursions are caused by the incredibly powerful Beyonders. In an effort to bring the multiverse to an end, they use each universe's version of Molecule Man as a living bomb to destroy their own realities. Dr. Doom takes it upon himself to oppose their plan, leading up to him stealing their powers and creating Battleworld in Secret Wars. Doom's defeat on Battleworld spurs the eventual creation of a somewhat revised Marvel universe. Many of the universes that get destroyed in the lead-up to Secret Wars in the comics are new creations or sort of nameless realities. Kind of like that one the Doctor Strange from the Illuminati universe destroyed. But the very last one ends up being the ultimate Marvel universe, the home of Miles Morales' Spider-Man. Based on the plot details that are out there, it seems like the MCU's approach to incursions will be a little different from how the comics handled them. No Beyonders or Molecule Men, but they'll functionally be the same, and the how of it all will be far less important than who is impacted. If it really does kick off the movie, wiping out the universe where Tobey Maguire is Spider-Man is sure to shock fans. It'll make one thing very clear: no one is safe. So who else could be on the chopping block? Even if the Fox X-Men universe survives that opening sequence, we definitely wouldn't classify it as out of the frying pan. And then there's the Sony Spider universe that includes Venom, Morbius, Madam Web, and Kraven. Sony would have to agree to let that be destroyed, but just maybe they would.
And you know the best thing about the future? It hasn't happened yet.
There's the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man Universe 2 and the universes of various Punisher films. It isn't exactly clear if the worlds of the Blade, Elektra, and the Human Torch who appear in Deadpool and Wolverine still exist. They were sent to the void because those universes were dying. If they do, they're definitely at risk. Same goes for the home of Channing Tatum's Gambit, and we know for sure he's in Doomsday. While we're at it, why not throw in some real deep cuts? The universe of any Marvel animated show? The one where Spider-Man was on the Electric Company? The 1977 Incredible Hulk TV show? The universe from either of the terrible Captain America movies from 1979 and 1990? Let's go nuts here. We know from the Secret Wars comics they're almost definitely all going to be erased and replaced. Aside from some Disney Plus series that seem to really be doing their own thing, Marvel has one big release set between now and Doomsday: Tom Holland's back in the webs in Spider-Man: Brand New Day, which is scheduled for July 31st. Everything we've heard about it so far sounds pretty self-contained. New costume, lots of rumored villains, Punisher and Hulk appearances, but there's one big question mark lurking: Sadie Sink's top secret character.
What's one word you use to describe your character? Just one word?
No.
She said no.
Even with the information lockdown, theories about just who she's playing are running rampant. One prevalent one is that she'll be Jean Grey in a sort of preview of the X-Men to come. We're not really sure how that'll happen before Secret Wars, but crazier things have happened. Another theory with some legs is that she's playing Spider-Girl. That could mean a few different things. She could be a clone of Peter, like the ultimate version of Spider-Girl was, or she could have an origin like the Spider-Girl who was Peter Parker's daughter, Mayday. This is just us spitballing here, but what if Tobey Maguire's Pete has a daughter? He never said he didn't, and she comes to the 616 in hopes of stopping an incursion. Crazier things have happened. During his discussion of Doomsday, YouTuber John Campea claimed to have spoken to one of the film's stars in Denver when he was there to watch the Broncos-Bills game. This unnamed star, who Campea swears isn't Ryan Reynolds, told him,
The sheer volume of action is going to eclipse everything else Marvel's ever done.
That's quite the statement when you stop to think about everything we've seen over the last 19 years. Captain America: Civil War, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, Avengers: Infinity War. It's hard to imagine the epic set pieces in films like these being totally dwarfed by a Marvel movie in 2026. But hey, this is an Avengers movie after all, being that they were always able to one-up themselves with each subsequent Avengers film in the past. We have to believe they're at least going to try and do the same with Doomsday. We're definitely here for it. Since the movie is called Doomsday, we do have to wonder where Dr. Doom actually fits into all this. He seems remarkably absent from the description of the opening scene, after all. If we make the reasonable assumption that Doom will play a role in Doomsday, similar to the one he plays in the comics leading up to Secret Wars, then the inciting incident destruction of the Raimi universe could be his bargaining chip. That is to say, he could use the annihilation of Tobey Maguire's home universe to demonstrate to the heroes of the MCU that they should side with him to save their home. Yes, we're calling it. The seeming setup of Doom being after various heroes' kids is a red herring. Of course he's going to betray them, he's Dr. Doom, but they don't know that. They also don't know he looks exactly like Tony Stark either, by all accounts. Early reports say that Doom will remain masked for most of the film. He'll even speak with an accent. So while Doom genuinely will want to save the multiverse from the destructive power of the Incursions, we'd guess it'll be for his own ends. Deception's the name of the game. Collectively, the Doomsday teaser trailers have amassed over 1 billion views, according to The Hollywood Reporter.
Lend me the strength of the old fathers, so that I may fight once more.
And as John Campea pointed out in his recent Doomsday video, this only accounts for the official ones that were released on YouTube and other platforms, not those that were leaked beforehand. When you look at the numbers alone, it's hard to deny that the hype seems real, but it still seems a bit premature to assume these views mean the film is destined for the same success that previous Avengers films enjoyed. As we said in our previous video regarding the teaser trailers, the movie's release is still quite a ways off, so there's plenty of time for people to get anticipation fatigue by the time it actually drops in theaters. And beyond that, there's a general sentiment of Marvel fatigue that's been haunting the MCU for quite a while now. Even if Doomsday ends up being a strong step in the right direction, there's still no way to know at this point if it'll be enough to turn 1 billion views into $1 billion. If it does, great. We'll be happy to say that we were wrong to doubt them. If it doesn't, well, it won't bode well for any of the other future Marvel releases that are currently in the works. As of this video, Avengers Doomsday is set to release on December 18th, 2026.